Avon Lake is an old established community found 30 minutes outside of Cleveland, Ohio. It was established following the War of 1812. Farming and vineyards were the main crop in the city. In 1910, northern Avon had started growing in prosperity faster than southern Avon, and northerners petitioned a separation. Avon was then split horizontally at nickel plate railroad tracks into Avon and Avon Lake. Today, Avon Lake has a population of 23,000, a median age of 44 years old, a median household income of $81,000, and median house values for $203,000. The population is 92% white. There is a low population density of 2,000 people per square mile. 96.5% of adults have a high school degree or higher. 3% are unemployed. In ages 15 and up, 23% have never married, 60% are now married, and 10% are divorced. There are high burglary and theft rates in Avon Lake. Ethnic groups are not generally noticed in Avon Lake. There are many different churches of different denominations throughout the city. For example, Catholic, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Christian, and Jewish churches can be seen from the street, and assorted members of the community attend them. The lawns of this neighborhood are well cared for by the residents or hired lawn care companies. Many flowers are noticed with no art or graffiti. There are not many strays or watchdogs seen, but you can hear indoor dogs barking from inside homes. This community looks wealthy, put together, well-kept, and appealing. There are large signs at the entrances to the neighborhoods. Houses were built in the mid-1900s, looking medium to large in size and have a warm, inviting look about them. These houses can be 2 to 3 stories high, and mobile homes are not usually seen. There aren't many houses with signs of disrepair and are maintained regularly. Cars are seen in driveways, and there are no vacant or boarded-up houses. Houses can be seen up for sale, but don't usually remain on the market for long. The city is abundant with streetlights, sidewalks, and lack trash, rubble, or abandoned cars. With a city sitting right on Lake Erie, there is a public beach and multiple areas of green space for those in the community to use. Hospitals are located a city away, but it is only a 5 to 10 minute drive. There are not any notable health services besides physician offices. There are, however, many alternative medicine centers, such as a massage service and gym facilities. Avon Lake has many child care facilities, food pantries, and nursing homes, but no homeless shelters. I am sure welfare and social services are available, but are not able to be seen from the streets. Avon Lake is a thriving community. Shopping centers are located nearby with grocery stores, drugstores, and restaurants. These locations are somewhat spread out but focused around a single street that extends completely through the city. Transportation that is used in Avon Lake are cars, bikes, and a school bus to school. Formal bus stops and public transportation are not available. Traffic is low, and speed limits throughout the city are mostly 35 miles per hour. There is a major highway in a neighboring city that brings in most traffic. Police, fire, and emergency services are located in the center of the city. Houses regularly have security systems and neighborhood watch signs. Political activity on local and national levels are displayed through supportive posters and front lawns before and even after this year's election. Common gathering areas are not as common as other locations, but exist mostly around activities such as parks, pools, and a variety of food sources. Newspapers are sold at almost every store, and bulletin boards can be found in stores and restaurants to help spread information. Schools are both public and private. At every school, there is some type of play area or sports field for students to use and are very well kept. Informal bus stops and crossing guards are available for elementary schools. Baseball fields, soccer fields, and football fields are available for public use throughout the city. There are a few bars located near the lake, as well as an assortment of restaurants too. Health concerns are growing in the small community, since a documentary was released recently about the growing heroin problem in Avon Lake. It can be found on YouTube, titled Smack in Suburbia. It seems to have been a hidden problem that was ignored for many years. A health area of concern for the city of Avon Lake would definitely be the heroin problem brought to light by the documentary. Having grown up in this community, I never saw or heard of anyone I knew having this addiction or using the drug. The population within the city that this has been affecting the most are those that have not pursued a secondary education and remain in the city years after high school. I hear of heroin overdoses becoming a huge problem here in Cincinnati, but never thought that it would take over a small suburb like Avon Lake. The fact that it is a wealthy city also supports why it was ignored and considered a taboo subject. To attempt to decrease heroin use in the city, I think high school students should be well informed on the dangers of heroin use and how easily one can become addicted to painkillers, then move to heroin for convenience and lower price. I also think that community members should be informed of a hotline to report any suspicious behavior like drug deals or observed use so these people can get the help that they need. This newly exposed problem was just released, and I believe the city is now working on a plan to decrease drug use and overdose and improve the health of those in the community. Another health concern would be obesity. With homes, stores, and facilities so spread out throughout the city and malls in neighboring cities, driving is the main form of transportation. Children seem to be more active outside when playing or riding their bikes due to their age, but this suddenly decreases when you hit teen years and adulthood. To help facilitate more activity, I think we should look to neighboring cities to see what they have done to increase activity. Bay Village, located just east of Avon Lake, has designated bike lanes on main roads and promotes a citywide Ride Your Bike to School week for young children and high schoolers. This year, Avon Lake had its first annual Huff and Puff obstacle course that many community members participated in. I think the city has little ways to go with implementing more activity changes for adults, but is headed in the right direction.